Hello everyone, and we're going to be doing a review of every feature and how to use the rig that's called Pantin, that is made by the Kiopaa and blenderartist.org, and this is the rig made for Blender 2.49, and you can find also a rig for Blender 2.5, and which is has some extra features, has some other cool stuff that you can check out in a video that Waylo did about how to use the Pantin rig for 2.5 for Blender 2.5. So now we're gonna start with a tip, a simple tip that I really like to enable the manipulator, the 3D manipulator, not only for translation but also for rotation. Doing shift click on the button and shift click on the scale button, you can enable the 3 manipulators at once. So they're going to show you what can you do with each bone. So if you can rotate it, it's going to be there, and if you can translate it, it's going to tell it right away. If you can scale it also, you can see it right in the when you select the bone. So it's really good to do this. Right now we're going to start with layer 1 and 2, which holds the control for the arms. Basically the layer 1 has controls for the FK control, to control the arms in FK. This red line that we see here is a line that shows the limit of the rotation. Then where can that bone be? We can pick up the hand controls. We can bend and we can rotate. We can bend them by scaling them, by scaling that bound, and we can do the same with the thumb control. So it's pretty intuitive. So if we use that now, the IK controllers are in layer 2, and these IK controllers are just enabled if we switch the arm controls to IK. This is in layer 5. This is with this panel right here. We select the circle, the little dots right there, and we can quickly switch from FK to IK for each arm. So if we are in IK, we can pick the hand, we can rotate it, and we can use the elbow. We move the elbow up and down, and we can pose the arm however we want. So it's really nice, working in IK. So we click Alt S, Alt R, Alt G, so we can clear the location, rotation, and scale of every bone we have selected. So we have to enable the first layer, which is the one that is active right now, and clear location, rotation, so we can continue. Now these in layers 3 and 4 have the legs controlled for FK and IK. Now initially the IK controllers are the ones that are active, that are functional, so we can pick the foot and move them, but we can see here the difference. The hands initially work in FK, and the legs initially work in IK, because this is much easier to work with when making walks, cycles, and jumps or whatever. We can use them in FK, so Pantin can, for example, make kicks, something like that, so we can rotate every bone in FK. And this rig has something special. If we pick the FK controller and we grab it, you can move them as if it were an IK controller. It's not really an IK controller, but it kinda works, and I use it to match the FK and IK positions whenever I need them to come from IK to FK. It's really useful to work like that. So when we are in IK, we can rotate the heel with this bond right here, and it has a really nice feature. It rotates whatever it needs to rotate, and this was implemented in Big Buck Bunny's rig with the Python script. It's really nice. And this is the pivot for the rotation of the whole foot. So we just pick that and we can rotate the whole foot. We can rotate right there the toes, the toes. And so to know which bone we have selected, we have to check the name. There's the IK foot and there's the foot, so we can know which bone do we have selected and what can we work with. And so we clear the position back to its original